Morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me as we take a look at your work week forecast. Obviously, I am not in my normal location, so this is going to be a little bit different this week, but we'll still give you a general idea of what the forecast is going to be. Basically, we're going to be wet today. And also a little bit into tomorrow, although tomorrow should be just really sprinkles left over. And then we're dry for the rest of the week, much cooler than last week until Friday, which will feel pretty similar to last week as temperatures will rise quite a bit again. So let's take a quick look at radar as it is currently going on across the country. You can see we finally have a progressive pattern again, at least somewhat progressive pattern, and we have showers already across a lot of the areas, particularly south and west of us. Those will swing through today. We're not talking about a tremendous amount of rain. We're really just talking about less than an inch, certainly probably about a third to maybe up to 2/3 of an inch or so of precipitation. Temperatures are warm and it's a little bit muggy out there this morning, however, and that will kind of continue. But behind this front, you can see there's quite a bit of cloudy and pretty cooler weather. You get that snow that's up there over the upper peninsula or over the upper Midwest and Michigan, and that we're not going to really see any flurries or anything like that. I don't think any of the leftover showers tomorrow, which will be chillier, will be in the form of flurries, but we are definitely going to cool off significantly as the front finally moves through. If we take a look a little bit closer to home, you can see most of the heaviest of the rain seems to be going to our west right now, and I think that will fill in a bit, but I think actually that'll hold the chances to get about an inch of precipitation well to our west, whereas we're going to end up, like I said, just with a little bit of rain, enough to knock down the fire danger a little bit, although certainly this time of year, if we get another dry stretch, it only takes a couple of days really to dry things out, so you're going to have to continue to be careful about that, but at least for a day or two, that should get better. If we take a look at satellite imagery, you can see our pretty strong low pressure system over to our west, and you can see kind of clouds gathering along the front that's kind of draped across the eastern seaboard. But this is where the pattern is once again progressive, and so things will be moving out. We have a pretty good dry area of weather to the west of the storm, and as the low pressure system over the Great Lakes lifts to our north and our east, that will leave us kind of in that dry area. We will get a chance of some clouds. I don't think we're ever going to really get into a real long sunny stretch this week, although certainly Wednesday and Thursday and even into Friday we'll have a decent amount of sunshine, probably much more sun than the way of clouds, but not kind of the full sun, super dry weather that we had last week. Let's take a quick look at that forecast as we go through here. Like I said, this will be a little briefer than a lot of my forecasts, but today we're looking at rain. That's not like heavy rain and it's off and on. It's really more of a showery kind of rain, but it could be a few steady bouts of it. Temperatures in the upper 50s. It would move a couple degrees warmer than we are right now, basically, and it's going to have a bit of a muggy feel to it. Some of the valley locations might get to 60. That rain will taper off certainly by evening time, and the showers will diminish in coverage. We could still have some sprinkles left over as the upper level low swings through well to our north tomorrow, but it does bring with it some sprinkles. Tomorrow is much cooler. Temperatures down a little bit below average for the first time in a long time, with lows in the morning 42, high about 49 tomorrow. Could see a peak of sun tomorrow, but it's mostly a gray day. With, like I said, a few sprinkles here and there. Not a lot of widespread rain, though. Wednesday, the sprinkles go away, and probably more sun than clouds on Wednesday. Wednesday's kind of chilly, 44. That's almost 10 degrees, probably below average for this time of year. Although after all the warm weather, that's how things balance out eventually. We start off at about 34 degrees. Thursday, we could still see some frost on Thursday morning. Definitely a bunch of places will. We're obviously still in mid-April, so below freezing temperatures, while they're getting less and less often, are definitely still possible. But Thursday we recover pretty nicely as some warmer air starts to move back in from the southwest. Temperatures in the mid-50s. Friday, temperatures up in the 70s again. So low 70s, I think this time, not quite as warm as last week, but still quite warm. And it looks like we'll have a front or a storm that kind of starts to impact the area again over the weekend. So let's take a quick look at those work week highlights. A more April-like week this week than last week. About 0.3 to 0.6 inches of rain Monday into Tuesday. Dry Wednesday through Friday. Temperatures slightly below average Tuesday and Wednesday. And temperatures well above normal again on Friday. All right, that's a look at your work week forecast. I'll be back with some sort of forecast for the weekend. Again, not quite sure exactly what that'll look like. Probably it'll look pretty similar to this. as I won't be home. We'll be home this weekend, but not in time for Friday to get the forecast out. So, and then we'll be back to normal as we head into next week. All right. Thanks for joining me. I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons to help support what I do here at the West River Weather Guy, and also want to give a quick and want to encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't before. Also, make sure you don't miss any of my videos. All right. I'll be back on Friday morning, or Friday sometime, at least probably Friday morning. We'll look at your weekend forecast.